Hello and welcome to Tales from Nerd. I'm your host, Random Nerd slash Kevin, and this is my weekly comic book podcast where I talk about the books coming out every Wednesday. And this Wednesday we're going to talk about Wednesday, December the 2nd. We're in December, and how was your Thanksgiving? Mine was a lot of turkey, a lot of turkey, but not everyone celebrates Thanksgiving. But I want to say, how did your Thursday go? And also, how was your weekend? Yeah. So I want to say this: either I didn't mention Action Comics last week or also Transformers slash Back to the Future slash or Transformers slash Back to the Future has been um rescheduled. So issue number 2 got rescheduled. It was supposed to come out this week. I had it ready to go. They moved it to next week. It might get moved again. I don't know. I just want to say I didn't know the change until I went to the comic book shop. I'm like, it was supposed to come out today, and it didn't. But yes, I'm back. I'm back. Again, everything is back. And also, my favorite book of the week, Department of Truth number 3. Out of all my books I picked out, I enjoyed this book a lot. It was either Daredevil or this one. It was a really hard choice, but yes. Not a lot of books. A lot of books are coming out this week because it's a slow season. It's a slow week. Everything's gonna get picked back up, of course, because everything going on. Also, it's event season. So things are going to reshuffle, rechange. Delays are going to happen most likely once again. So we're going to go for a few books that are being released this week. And the first book we're going to talk about is Atlantis Attacks number 5, written by Greg Pak, art by Arlo Anindito, and colors by Rachel Rosenberg. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book, Part 5 of Eye of the Storm. As the clash between the Atlanteans and the Sirens and the interdimensional Pan reaches its terrible climax, an empire will triumph and an empire will fall. But you might be shocked to find out who our heroes and villains end up where. Will Ominous step up to Jimmy Woo's challenge and lead both the Agents of Atlas teams toward power and glory in the New World? Or will the dream of communities united in the portal city of Pan all come crashing down? Who will wear the crown? Whose word and heart will break? And the fate of Atlas and the world hangs in the balance because it is a King Black tie-in. Now, I will say this. I know for a fact this was never supposed to be a tie-in because this was supposed to be a 5-issue miniseries that was supposed to end, but the pandemic hit, and we never got issue 4 until like many months later. Now, the series is concluding, and you know what? I saw the King Black tie-ins. I'm not picking them up. I am one. I just don't need to feel to collect so many times. I'll only pick up the ones I'm really interested in, and that's about it. So yeah, last week we had the Spider-Man one, the symbiote Spider-Man. Now we're having this one. So and also another one, but I'm not gonna even mention it. But yeah, not a good jumping off point. It's an end of the miniseries, but if you're gonna enjoy King Black, which does come out this week, you might pick this up. I don't know. Just it's up to you. But we're gonna move on to the next book, which is Batman number 104, written by James Tynion IV, art by Gilliam March, and also Ryan Benjamin, and Bengal, inker by Danny Mickey, and colors by David Barone. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Ghost Stories Part 3. Ghostmaker is living up to his spectral name as Batman scours Gotham City for any trace of him, but this deadly new vigilante is going to prove a bloody point to the Dark Knight by murdering both Clown Hunter and Harley Quinn. That is, unless they kill each other first. So yes, this is part 3. We met the new antagonist for the book, Ghostmaker. I'm getting a lot of anime vibes of it. Like, I'm doing things better than you, but Batman's like, no, you're not. I planned everything. But yeah. It's a fun book. I'm enjoying it. It's a slow start. After Joker War, it's just having a big event and then just kind of going to like a low ground Bruce Wayne slash Batman story. I'm enjoying it. Um, but it's a good jumping off point. I would say 102 is your jumping off point if you can find 102, depending on if it's sold out or not. But yeah, I will say this: DC books do come out a day early, so on Tuesday. So you may want to check your comic book shop on Tuesday, if not Wednesday, if they have a copy. If you want your book secured, please go to your comic book shop and create a pull list of like what you want to be whatever books you want to be, whatever books you want to be picked up. Because you create a pull list, you go to a comic book shop, you pick up 10 books you want to pick up every either month, week, depending. I pick up a lot of books. As you can see, they're not all Marvel and DC, but they're mostly just that. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next point, next book is a black label book, which is Batman slash Catwoman #1, written by Tom King, art by Clayman, colors by Tomo Moray, and the price is $4.99. Now, this may be set in continuity in Tom King's in the main DC. It may not. It looks like it's not. But this is supposed to be the finale for Tom King's run, even though he didn't get to finish it. But now he's kind of getting his finish. But this is a description of the book. The Bat and Cat, Chapter 1, Silent Night. At last, Tom King returns to the rocky romantic saga of Batman and Catwoman with his Heroes in Crisis collaborator, superstar artist Clayman. Echoing plot points from King's epic Batman run, this sweeping tale is told across 3 timelines: the past, when the Bat and Cat first fell in love; the present, where their union is threatened by one of Batman's lost loves; and the future, where the couple have a happy life and legacy, including their daughter Helena, the Batwoman. And as the story begins, after a long marriage, Bruce Wayne passes away, which frees Selina Kyle to settle an old score. At every stage of their relationship, Bruce and Selina have unwelcome chaperone, the Joker. Oh, and the lost love of Bruce's? It's Andrea Beaumont, aka Phantasm. Just thought you'd want to know. So yes, this is the what we're getting our first appearance of Phantasm in this book. Again, this book might be not set in continuity anymore, considering Tom King is now writing the main Batman book. James Tynion IV is, but I'm suggesting it because Tom King works in 12-issue miniseries. I'm liking his Strange Adventures right now, so I'm digging that right now. And his Rorschach book is interesting as well. It's not my favorite thing going on, but it's only on 2 issues, and it's pretty interesting. So I say pick it up for the hell of it, because it's Batman, and Batman always sells. Next up, which is Batman: The Adventures Continue, #7, written by Paul Dini and Alan Burnett, and art by Ty Templeton. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The stage is set for Jason Todd's master plan. Batman must kill the Joker, or Red Hood will kill Robin. Can Batman turn the tables on his boy wonder turned bad as save Tim Drake, or will Batman finally put an end to the clown Prince of Crime's shenanigans? So this book is set based on the Batman the Animated Adventures timeline. So Jason Todd's a lot. Well, now we have confirmation Jason Todd did exist in the cartoons, and this is its own thing. So it's continuity because it's written by people who have done the show, and I'm excited for this because I really want to see how the confrontation of Red Hood, Joker, and Batman will be. Um, this was a digital series at first, and then they put it physically. So I'm happy it's ending. We're getting one more issue, which is supposed to be a Christmas special, but we're getting it after Christmas. A little bit weird, but it is what it is. It's a finale for this arc. Because we're only getting a one shot after this issue 8. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, that's it. It's ending after so long. Next up, Champions #3, written by Eve L. Ewing, art by Simone Di Maio, and colors by Federico Blee. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Outlawed Part 3, Fugitive Champions. The heroes who are trapped in the re-education center are stretched to the breaking point. Meanwhile, Ironheart, Spider-Man, and Miss Marvel aren't sure how much longer they can evade Cradle, which somehow seems to track them wherever they go. So yes, this is basically the Outlawed continuation to the Outlawed storyline that was released back during before the pandemic, and which was supposed to affect all the books, but then this was pushed back, and now this was supposed to be the Champions event, but it never happened because it's been delayed like way too much. And oh, this thing went backwards. Also, that New Wars book, I doubt that that book will ever come out because it's been delayed multiple times, and I don't think it's ever gonna come out. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. Eve L. Ewing knows what to do with these characters, and I'm happy because I like Jim Zub's run, and to see that Eve Ewing is giving them the care and thought put into this, it's just because Jim Zub worked really hard, like 20 issues to make the champions team, and then Eve Ewing is just kind of breaking them down, but like in a fun way. I'm enjoying it, and also I like to see Sam Nova in a book because he's nowhere to be found besides Champions. But Champions #1, pick it up at a comic book shop this Wednesday. Next up, Daredevil #25, written by Chip Zdarsky, art by Marco Cicchetto, colors by Mattia Lacono. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Doing Time, Part 1. After a landmark year that put Daredevil through the ringer, this December, Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto are dropping the man without fear into the familiar territory behind bars. But there are no conspiracies against Daredevil to be found here, just the truth and that his actions led to a man's death. Faced with the reality of consequences of his actions, will Daredevil have the stomach to serve his term? Worse still, facing down a prison's worth of criminals he helped put away while will he survive it? Um, yeah, Chip Zdarsky is writing literally the best Daredevil run um, of all time. I mean, if you're not reading, read it because again, it was either that book or Department of Truth. Yeah, there was a lot of leeway in that. But Daredevil, he's questioning basically what Chip Zdarsky is just breaking down Matt Murdock, breaking down Daredevil, and asking why does he do it, and also question himself because he literally murdered a person either with or without intent. He's questioning that, and he has to live with that from now on. He quit being Daredevil, but he can never stay away from that, and I like that. And he didn't get the suit back on in like 2 3 issues. It took about 6 to 8 issues, maybe 10, for Daredevil not to appear like at all. People were taking up the mantle, and that's what I like about Chip Zdarsky. When he goes deep into a character, he knows what he's doing. He did a wonderful Peter Parker spectacular Spider-Man run, which holy crap, I love that now seeing it backwards because I didn't enjoy it at the very beginning. Now I am. Spider-Man Life Story, holy crap, and now he's writing this. The man is literally writing gold, and I recommend this book. This and Immortal Hulk are literally the best books out of Marvel, and that's not saying much. Besides X-Men, X-Men is his own thing. Next up, DC's Dead Planet #6, written by Tom Taylor. Oh, it's a good jumping off point, but you need to read the trades to understand. And now we're going to move on to DC's Dead Planet #6, written by Tom Taylor, art by Trevor Hershine, art by Gigi Baldessani, and the price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The remaining heroes of the DC Universe are stuck between hell and a hard place. With the Justice League racing against the clock to create a cure, the cruel masters of the Southern Garden are determined to wipe all anti-life from the planet. Just when you didn't think it could get worse, the war to save Earth takes a devilish new direction. Trigon is coming to end the world as hell is long due its payment in souls. Now, we are one issue away before the finale, so I'm guessing January is the finale for Dead Planet, and this is this is where I feel like the DC universe should have like if it ever ages up characters, this is where it should go. Um, it's literally just growing up and accepting not everyone's gonna live, and I like that. And each issue, you never know. I'm like, this character, is he gonna die, or is she gonna die, or like, are they all gonna die? Because I don't know, and I don't trust Tom Taylor. I will say this, Tom Taylor, if you're watching this, I doubt he's watching this. Get a Green Arrow book. I just need a Green Arrow book from you because apparently you know how to write their best relationship. So I need that from you, please. That's my pitch for well, not my pitch. This is my creative team, Tom Taylor. And just get any artist and just write that, please, because I want a Green Arrow book. We haven't had one in like what 2 years? Yeah, we haven't had one for 2 years. I'm like, I need a Green Arrow book. There's no Green Arrow book. But yeah, I don't recommend it because it's almost over. But if you want to hunt down the issues, you could. I saw a few of them at my comic shop, but yeah, they're selling out. But I do recommend it if you're enjoying the ride. But if not, you could skip it. You could get the whole trade once it's over. Next up, Hellions #7, written by Zeb Wells and the head of X, Jonathan Hickman, art by Stefan Segovia, and colors by David Curiel, and designer is by Tom Mueller. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Mutant Massacre. Mr. Sinister's team of Hellions are dead. Oh, the pain. Oh, the injustice. Oh, wait a minute. What's Sinister's really up to? The fallout of Ten of Swords. Yeah. I will say this because of the Ten of Swords event. I picked up every X-Men book, and holy crap, I liked all of it. X Factor's a little weird, but Hellions is just like it's a funny Suicide Squad. That's all it is, and I like it. Zeb Wells, this is just comedy right here. This is just comedy. I love it, and I cannot wait. And now I'm picking up every X title that's coming out because John Hickman got me addicted to X-Men, and I never did that before. So kudos, Jonathan Hickman. Uh, I'd say pick it up. If you really didn't read Ten of Swords, this will explain what's happened. Some of the characters are affected from Ten of Swords. They will not be the same anymore, and things are going to change for the future of the X-Men. That's all we'll see. Next up, Justice League Endless Winter #1, written by Ron Mars, Andy Landing, and art by Howard Porter and Marco Santucci, and the price is $4.99. And this is the description of the book. Endless Winter, Chapter 1. The crossover event of the season begins here. The Justice League encounters an extinct-level global storm brewing at the former site of the Fortress of Solitude. Enter the Frost King, a monster mad with power, with an army at his command. What devastating mystery lies in his past, and how does he tied to Queen Hippolyta, Swamp Thing, Viking Prince, and their reluctant ally Black Adam. Two timelines will reveal further clues and secrets throughout each chapter of this blockbuster's tale. Now, it's an event. I will say that. So, other books are going to be affected by this because there's only 9 chapters. I think there's a chapter coming out every week, or there's a couple coming out like twice. Um, Here's what I want to say. DC's doing what Marvel's doing. They're putting 2 events at the same time. I don't like that. Now, Death Metal is not over. Either you should have finished Death Metal, then gone to this, or this, then Death Metal. You can't have both. I'll pick up both because I like books. I'll pick up books. But for the modern reader, they're not going to know what's going on. They're going to be like, Death Metal's happening and this is happening. When is it happening? Yeah. That's my nitpick for what's going on. I'll pick it up because I'll read anything Justice League related. So yeah, if you're interested in it, pick it up. If not, skip it. Next up, King in Black #1, written by Donny Cates, penciler by Ryan Stegman, inker by J.P. Mayer, colors by Frank Martin. The price is $5.99, and this is the description of the book. Darkness reigns. After a campaign across the galaxy, Null's death march arrives to Earth, and worse yet, he hasn't come alone. With an army of hundreds of thousands of symbiote dragons at his command, the King in Black is a force unlike any Earth's heroes have ever faced. Eddie Brock, aka Venom, has seen his firsthand the chaos that even one of Null's symbiotic monsters can wreak. Will he survive an encounter with the god of Abyss himself? From Donny Cates, Ryan Stegman, J.P. Mayer, Frank Martin, and Clayton Coles comes the definitive chapter in their 2-year long Venom saga that changed everything you thought you knew about the symbiotes. Now, I'm excited for King Black. Don't get me wrong. Are are we getting like what? This is gonna be like 5 issues. There's so many tie-ins for this book. I'm only gonna read this and whatever tie-ins I think people will be interested in. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I just hope it's not as much of a letdown as Absolute Carnage was. Because I liked it, but it didn't change anything for that. I feel like that was just an event to set up this event. But it's a new event. King of Black, Donny Cates right now. I'm excited. So we're gonna move on. Next up, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 21, written by Saladin Ahmed, art by Marcelo Ferreira. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The Ultimatum Saga conclusion. The climatic conclusion of the Ultimatum Saga. Ultimatum's master plan is in motion, and it's way bigger than you expected. Well, than you expect. Nearly everyone in Miles' orbit and beyond is affected and needs to get in on the battle. And if this issue is the battle, next is the war. So this is ending the battle with, I guess, Ultimatum, and we're getting a war. Which I don't think we're getting a war. Are we getting a war? I don't know. I mean, Solid has to answer a lot of questions. What's going to happen to Ultimatum, and how is Ultimatum's reveal to Miles Morales is going to affect him in the future? Because if you don't know who Ultimatum is, I'm not going to spoil it for you because that's something you need to read, and also you need to read another book, Spider-Man 2, to get the context. Luckily, I read it. I'm like, I know where this is going. I'm like, yes. But yeah, next issue is a new jumping on point. What we got 5 more books, and then that's the end. But before to the next book, I want to say if you're liking my podcast, or if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, links down below, which is all at the same at a random nerd 2016. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter right there. Also, there's links in the description down below where I find the information for the comic books. It's on leagueofcomicgeeks.com and also Midtown Comics. Now, if you want to find your local comic book shop, which is, I will put the link down for my comic book shop, locator.com, in the description so you can find your local comic book shop. But next up, we're going to go to Savage Avengers number 15, written by Gary Dugan, art by Patrick Zurcher, and colored by Java Tartaglia. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Chapter 15. While Conan's team is busy trying to take treasure from a dragon, Colin Gaff's forces are poisoning the world's drug supply to summon Shuma Gorath. Black Widow Wolverine and Son of Satan take on the Priest of Sickles. Ain't no party like a savage party, and you can't throw a poison drug caper without the Punisher crashing it. Um, as Savage Avengers is going on, I'm enjoying it more. I find it serious yet funny with Conan because Conan's just like, I'm Conan, like, just believe me, and I'm just Conan. I know what I'm doing. I don't know. It's just fun seeing Conan like interact with the Marvel universe because he's never done that in quite a while. And I'm enjoying the book. This is like my guilty pleasure book. I'm like, I want to read something like not too silly but not too serious, and this is the right mix. Uh, I don't know how this is gonna end, but I hope it ends on a good note. I think this is just one long road for Conan. Um, I can't tell you when to jump on because I think you need to read from issue 1 to now. It feels like that kind of book. But I'm gonna move on to the next book, which is Strange Adventures number 7, written by Tom King, art by Mitch Gerrits and Evan Shanner. Oh, Evan Shanner does. Oh, he does a variant. I thought they both did art. But if not, I'll describe them both because they're both good artists. And the price is $4.99. And before that, it is a 12-issue miniseries, um, Strange Adventures. So this is the after the middle point. So after this, no more jump count points for this book. But yes, it's a Black Label book, so this is not your typical hero book. This is more of the perspective of Adam Stranger, who he is, and also um, what's his name, Mister Terrific. And Tom King does really well in these 12-issue max series. So uh, let's just go to the book, which is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. Adam Strange was right. In this issue, guest starring Batman, the Picts have come to Earth, and they plan to claim the planet as their own. Earth's greatest heroes have faced alien invasions before, but they're about to learn that the Picts are more formidable, more determined, and more deadly than any invading force they've faced before. Only Adam Strange has ever defeated them, but it nearly cost him everything, including his own sanity. How did he survive? Mr. Terrific will need to uncover that secret if humanity is going to survive. Now, I feel like the way this is going to end, it's going to end in heartbreak, and I think I'm going to enjoy that. That's just my idea how the book is going to end. Tom King may write it different. So I like Tom King's 12-issue max series. I think he does well in those. I think he does good in long running books. So I can't wait how this one is. I recommend it, but this is a you need to read from the beginning of the book. So yeah. Next up, three more books and that's it. Tales from Dark Multiverse: War of the Gods, #1, written by Vita Ayala, art by Ariel Olivetti. The price is $5.99, and this is a description of the book. The realm of gods have been turned upside down and inside, on the verge of engulfing Earth and its people. Only one hero stands to defend it: Wonder Woman. But this dark mirror image of an epic tale features a Wonder Woman who is ready to destroy our world, cursed by the evil goddess of magic, Hecate. The Amazon warrior Princess Diana has become a weapon of vengeance, ready to tear down any god or superhero that stands in her way. Will Earth and its heroes survive her might, or are they doomed to worship the Dark Prince of the Amazons for the rest of eternity? Now, Tales from Dark Multiverse, I'm glad it's back. We're getting 5 books. This is the second book in Tales of the Dark Multiverse. All Tales from the Dark Multiverse. Then we're getting a Flashpoint one and death death metal, which I don't know how they're gonna work, but they have to work it. So these are just evil Earths that or went really bad, and I recommend it. And yeah, next book, Thor #10, written by Donny Cates, art by Nick Klein, and colors by Matt Wilson. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Prey, Part 2, The Dark Prison of Donald Blake. For years, Dr. Donald Blake has wandered a land far from Midgard, the place he once thought home. Now he has returned to the Ten Realms, but it is not the place it was, nor he the man who once shared a body with a god. New terrors await, and what is perhaps Donny Cates' darkest story yet. Yeah, Part 1 was issue 9. Holy crap, that last page reveal. I like that they brought Donald Blake back. I was just saying, no one's done anything with Donald Blake. And also, Cape Joel said that too. I'm like, we're thinking the same, Cape Joel. And boom, Donny Cates does this. And this was like during the pandemic. I was like, ooh, Donald Blake is back. Holy crap, no one's done anything with Donald Blake. And holy crap, what they do with Donald Blake is amazing, and I really can't wait how this is going to be. Issue 9 and 10 is your jumping on point. Issue 9, but yeah, 10 is just to get a little bit more foreground. But next up, the final book of the week is X Factor #5, written by Leah Williams and the head of X, Jonathan Hickman, and art by David Baldeón, and colors by Israel Silva. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Suite #5. Can resurrection survive? The events of Ten of Swords have put the resurrection protocols in jeopardy. As the Five deals with the fallout, X Factor investigates those affected by the tragedy. Yeah, I'm enjoying X Factor. X Factor is a little bit weird, but yeah, there's no resurrection for the X Men because that was stopped. I've read Ten of Swords. I think that happened in chapter 2 with Rock Slide. And yeah, we're going to see big ramifications from Ten of Swords to how it happens. But yeah, I'm excited for all these books that are coming out. Next week, you'll see who will be put on here. And as always, I hope you enjoy. Take care. Also, let me know in the comments below what book you're really excited for. And that's it. As always, I hope you enjoy and peace.